So students, till now we have successfully completed all the topics and chapter up to exercise 2.5. Now let's move further here and talk about exercise 2.6. Now in this exercise we are going to deal with the multiplication of decimal numbers. So just focus on this. Now I'm taking the first question of exercise 2.6, that is 2.71 into 5. So first step is, whenever we are going to multiply the decimal values, so here you can see 2.71 is a decimal value. So observe that after decimal, how many digits are there? So you will see that in 2.71, after decimal there are 2 digits. So what we will do is simply remove this decimal and simply place equal amount of zeros with 1. So you can see here there are 2 digits after decimal. That means we are going to place 2 zeros with 1 in the denominator. So if there were 3 digits, then 1000 will come. So if there are 4 digits, then 10,000 and so on, right? So here only 2 digits were there. So that's why 100 will come in the denominator after removing the decimal here, right? Now let me just write into 5 as it is. Now the next step is, now we have removed the decimal from here. That means the number now in the numerator is 271. Now directly multiply this numerator with the next value, that means into 5. Whatever it is, it's a fraction or a whole number, just simply multiply numerator into numerator, right? So 271 into 5. So what it is? 5 into 5, 5 7 to 35, 3 carry, so 5 into 10 plus 3, 13. That means it will equal to 1355 divide by 100. Now you will ask, I should also can reduce it at the table of 5, 520 is 100, but I haven't done that. Why so? So मैंने ऐसा क्यों नहीं किया कि ये जो 5 था, ये 5 के टेबल में 120 पे कट हो रहा था, but I haven't done that. Why so? Because it's better to leave zeros in the denominator. Zeros जो है वो नीचे denominator में होने से जो division है वो easily हो जाता है, right? So how it is? आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे division में denominator में 2 zeros हैं. That means what I'm going to do is simply place a decimal just before 2 digits. So 1, 2. I'm going to place a decimal here. So the value will become 13.55. So this is the answer. So there is no need of division if there are zeros in the denominator. Getting my point? So try as much as you can zeros in the denominator, right? So let's move to the next here part, that is 211.02. Now clear, if I just remove it, so there were 2 digits, so 100 will come in the denominator, multiply 4, right? Now we have removed the decimal here. Now try to leave it as it is. So just simply multiply this. So 21102 into 4. So 4 to the 8, 4004, 4 and 8. So that will be 84408 divided by 100. Now there are 2 zeros, so simply place decimal just before 2 digits. So it's somewhere here, right? So the value will be 844.08. So this is our answer, right? So it is as simple as that. Just remove the decimal, place the number of zeros equal to the digits, and just simply multiply and then put the decimal again, right? So that's how we're going to multiply decimal numbers. That's all. So students, now I'm jumping over to question number 4th, and I have left question number 2nd and 3rd for you. So just do try those questions at home, right? So now I'm moving to question number 4th. So basically now the exercises left here are basically on multiplication of decimal values. So this is also the similar question but in the statement form, right? So let me just show you what it is actually. So a two-wheeler covers a distance of 55.3 kilometers in 1 liter of petrol. So there's a two-wheeler and it actually covers 55.3 kilometers in 1 liter of petrol. So let me first write that what is given to us, that distance covered by a two-wheeler in 1 liter of petrol is equal to 55.3 kilometers, right? Now the question is saying that how much distance will it cover in 10 liters of petrol. So we know the amount of distance covered in 1 liter of petrol, and the question is asking about how much distance will it cover in 10 liters of petrol. So it's quite a multiplication of this distance with simple 10 liters, right? Because we know in 1 liter of petrol it covers this distance. So in 10 liters, simply multiply this distance by 10. That will get me the distance covered in 10 liters of petrol. So what we are going to write here is that, so distance covered in 10 liters of petrol is simply 10 into 55.3 kilometers, right? Now it's again a question of multiplication, as I've told you earlier. Now how to multiply a decimal value? Just in the previous question I've told you. So simply observe that after the decimal there is only one digit, right? So if I just remove this decimal, so in the division only 1 0 will come, that means 10, right? So if you just observe, both the values are same now. So if I just 10 1 to 10, 10 1 to 10, then directly I'm getting a whole number value, that is 553 kilometers. So this is the answer to us. That means in 1 liter, the two-wheeler was covering 55.3, and in 10 liters it will cover 553 kilometers. So this is the answer. That's all. So students, this is the last question of this exercise, and it's also dealing with the similar kind of thing that we have to multiply two decimal values here. So you can see here are two decimal values, but in the previous question there was one decimal and one whole number, right? So now how to multiply two decimal values? Let's just jump into it. So you can see here 11.2. So you all know if I just remove this, 10 will come in the denominator. Similarly, if I just also remove the next values decimal, so two digits were there, so 100 will come in the denominator. Now if I just simply multiply 10 and 100, so three digits will come, that means 1000. 10 into 100 is 1000. So if I just multiply now 112 with 15 here, you can see here. So 112 into 15. Let me just write clear. So 15. So that will be 5 to the 10. 1 carry, 5 into 5 and 6. 5 into 5. And 1 into 112 is 112. So 0, 6 or 2, 8, 6 and 1. So 1680. Right? So this is our product of 112 and 15. So now you will see 1 0 is cancelling out. So the remaining is 2 zeros in the denominator. Now how to solve this? Just simply put decimal just before two digits. So it will come somewhere here. So 1.68 is the answer to this multiplication, right? Now moving on to the next part here. So let me just make a line here. So now 100.01 into 1.1, right? So as simple as this, if I remove, 100 will come, 10 will come. So their multiplication 10 into 100 will again be 1000. So let me just remove the decimal here. Now simply multiply 10001 with 11 here. So 1 into 10,001 is 10,001. Again multiplying 1 with 10,001. So 1, 3 zeros and 1, right? So plus 110011. So 110011. So now the number of zeros in the denominator is 3. So simply put decimal just before 3 digits. That means here. So 110.011. So this is our answer to the product of these two decimal numbers. So this is as simple as that. Just remove decimal, then multiply, then put decimal. That's all. So students, now we are done with exercise 2.6. Let's jump over to exercise 2.7. Now in this exercise, this is the last exercise of this chapter. Then we will jump over to the next chapter, right? So in this last exercise, we are going to deal with the division of decimal numbers, right? So here's a decimal number and a whole number. So let me just tell you how to solve this, right? So first part is 0.35 divided by 5. So let me just first put 0.35 upon 5. So division can be shown like this. Now again the thing is similar, that after removing this decimal, 2 zeros will come in the denominator. You can also write it as 100. So 5 into 100 is 500. So I've directly put zeros in front of the number that is in the denominator, right? So 500. Just remove the decimal and put the number of zeros equal to the digits in the right hand side. Getting my point? So now the thing is, it is 500. So if I just can now cancel out, so it was better to put 100 separate, right? Because I can simply cancel out 5 7s are 35. So now the answer is 7 upon 100. Now count the number of zeros in the denominator, 2 zeros. So simply put decimal just before 2 digits. So in the numerator you will see that there is only one digit, 7. Put a 0 in before it. So you can count on now 1 and 2. So 2 zeros, 2 digits. Just put a decimal and then 0. So this is the answer to the division of this decimal number, right? Now moving on to the next part here. So that is 3.96. Now as simple as that, put 4 in the denominator. Now remove this. So there will be 2 zeros. So you can also write it as in 200. That will be better because you can cancel out the numerator and denominator here, right? So count the table. 4 1s are 4. So let me just remove this decimal. Now 4 9s are 36. Let me just put 9 here. So what is remaining? 3. 4 9s are 36. Now to make 39, 3 is remaining, right? So 3 left and 6, 36, right? So 36 actually goes at the table of 4 at 9 because 4 9s are 36. So you can also divide on in the rough here if you feel discomfortable. So 4 9s are 36. So remaining is 9 minus 6 is 3. Write this down. So 4 9s are 36. So you will find out 99 will come out. So you can see here, if I just write like this, 99 upon 100. So I've told you, try to leave zeros in the denominator. That will be easy, right? So 2 zeros, that means I have to place decimal just before 2 digits. So 99, put a decimal because 2 digits are already there. I put a 0. So this is our answer to this division here. I'm sorry, I've just put a multiply sign here. It was division, right? So this is how we're going to solve these kind of questions. That's how. So students, let's move to the next question here. And this is going to be the last question of this whole chapter, right? So let's jump into it. Now, this question says, a vehicle covers a distance of 43.2 kilometers in 2.4 liters of petrol, right? Now further it is given to us that how much distance will it cover in 1 liter of petrol. So here it is given to us that in 2.4 liters of petrol, this vehicle covers 43.2 kilometers distance. So let me first write that distance, let me just write as clear. So distance covered by vehicle in 2.4 liters of petrol is equal to 43.2 kilometers, right? Now you can see it was asked to us that how much distance will it cover in 1 liter of petrol. So here in 2.4 liters it covers 43.2. So in 1 liter you can see it will cover 43.2 divided by 2.4. Now you will ask how it is. So let me just tell you, you can also write 2.4 liter as 1 into 2.4 liter because it is the same value. Now to calculate in 1 liter, just simply transfer this 2.4 in the division of 43.2. Getting my point? So this will give us the distance traveled in 1 liter of petrol. Getting my point? So you can see here, so in 1 liter of petrol, the distance traveled will be equal to this amount. So we have to solve the division of decimal values, right? But before that, let me just write this in a statement form, right? So let me just write here in 1 liter of petrol. So same statement will come. So distance covered, let me just change the marker here. So let me just write by vehicle in 1 liter of petrol, that will be equal to 43.2 divided by this value 2.4. Remember? So now what we are going to do is remove the decimals from here and put zeros in both of numerator and denominator. Now remember, when we remove decimal from let me just also write it as I've showed you in the previous questions. So this can be written as like this, 43.2 divided by 2.4. Like I've showed you how to solve these, right? So let me just rub the space here, like this, rub the area here. Now you can see 43.2 divided by 2.4, right? Now I've told you, first remove the decimals. So after decimal there's only one digit, so that will be 10, and similar 10 here. Now remove the decimals. Now the next step is convert this division sign into multiply, and the after value is just simply reciprocal. So 24 upon 10 will be 10 upon 24, right? Now this previous value will be as it is, right? So you can see 10 1 to 10, 10 1 to 10. So they will cancel out. So the remaining is 432 divided by 24. So let me just divide it roughly here. So 432 divided by 24. Now you can see 24 to 48 will be greater. So 24 1 ja 24, right? So that subtract it. So 13 minus 4, that will give me 9. So this will become 3. 3 minus 2 will give me 1. So write this 2 as it is. Now at the table of 24, 192 comes at, let me just check it out. So you can see 24 into, let me just check, 8. So 8 4 is 32, 3 here, 8 to 20, 16, 17, 18, 19. So at the table of 24, 192 goes at 8, right? So let me just put 8 here. So 192, that will cancel out. So the answer is 18 here. So you can see here, they will cancel at 18. This will give me 18 kilometers, right? So this is the answer to this division. That means in 1 liter of petrol, the same vehicle will cover 18 kilometer distance. So that's all from my side. Thank you.